Okay, there it is. There's the, yeah. It's because I have the lapel mic last night and I forget to switch it over in the morning. My bad. Okay, take two. Good morning, everybody that's in here. Bottega, Ben Toombs, Eric, Gordon, Shane, Adam, Curtis, Robert, Greg, Jeff. How you doing, man? Bryson, Trail Dust, and there he is, Crawdaddy. What up, Crawlspace? How you doing, man? Dana Maggiore, Matthew. Good morning, good morning. Okay. Alright. I fixed the audio. Be sure to click the live button to catch up. And I do have the Discord chat open, and we have in here, I'm not switching over to it yet, guys. We have John Burnell with Almost Perfect Forgeries. Black Collar Army is in the house. Chris Schaefer's here. Shamrock Sober. You guys, they can't hear you yet. And Shamrock Forge so far. While I'm still on this camera, I'm gonna buffer here for a second. It says not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Okay. While I'm still on this camera, I want to show a bit, and I'll show it again later. Test etch for the piece of Damascus from last night. That it was an offcut from the hammer. I got that on one side, and then this on the other. You know, real cool. Yeah. Randy, what up? Let me switch over to the Discord camera. And yeah, here's who's in right now. And yeah, I believe Sully was saying, Shamrock Forge was saying that he's set up to, you know, in a bit, throw on his camera and do a tour of his shop, which would be really cool to see. Excuse me. Yeah, that Damascus turned out great. I try to show here, but the focus is so off that I have to hold it back here, and then y'all can't see it. But you know, yeah, it's almost like the start of a feather pattern here, and then you can really see that twist starburst on that side. My mic got way louder. Okay, now you guys can hear the voice chat. How you doing, Robert Whitney? Good morning. I want to see. I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna switch back to the other camera. I think you guys will still be able to be heard, but here's that. Let me see if I can't focus it. Configure video. Come on. Properties. Configure video. Camera control. Focus. There it is.
Did you make an axe out of that last night?
I made one of them. I've got a couple of these. One of them I made a small axe. The other one, I'm going to flip it around, and you can kind of really see that, the twist part. And, yeah. Keep it at that focus, and, go back. Yeah, one of them. One of them I made an axe, little mini. It's going to be a little mini pendant axe. But yeah, this is unheat treated, just coffee etch, quick dip in acid, and a coffee etch just to show just a test pattern. This one I'm going to turn into like a flip flop. Good morning, Dan Boyles. What's up, Bloobs? Mr. Bill Corey's in the house. Neil Graham, how you doing? What's up? What's up? And in the voice chat, we have Big Dog Forge joined in. How you doing, man? His mic is off right now. But yeah. Let me see. He's right here. Right here. This is him. Everybody poke the screen where Big Dog Forge is. It is a nice looking panel. Hey, Michael Robertson, how you doing, man? Now I have something to make a guard out of. No, these are going to be pendants. And as for topic today, I legitimately, because of the time change, I had no time to sit and really ponder a topic. One thought that I had was, it disappeared just now. I know that later on, Shamrock will probably do. He just set up his area or rearranged his area and would like to do a show off of it. And more people popping in.
J-Dubs.
There we go. Oh. Popping out. Yeah, that's how it do. That's how it do. Hey, Christopher Fay, how you doing, man? It looks like Mickey Mouse's shorts. But yeah, so go ahead. Anybody in the voice chat, feel free to pop in and say hello.
Did you switch over?
Huh?
Did you switch
Just got my cup of coffee. Hold on.
Time change.
Yeah, the time change has got everybody screwed up. Got a reply from a video that was a year old, not mine, but about Instagram hack. Anyone else I have not received it. I see what Big Dog's doing. Big Dog's, playing with his settings. I am glad to have you in the Discord server in general, Tim. And it is wonderful to give you an option, to give everybody an option to pop in and chit-chat with each other. So,
Damn it.
Trail dust, it's too early for that.
Potty mouth.
Sorry. I stepped in something soft and squishy.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll take what you said as better than what you could have said.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that, but that's the best I could do. At least I was wearing shoes, though.
I did not realize that it was time to set the clocks. Yeah, it's time to set the clocks. I still need to set my other two clocks.
Nope, I did.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Right on, thank you.
You're welcome.
Why does one say 10:08 and the other one says, oh, that also says 10:08?
Because that's what time it is, Giannis.
Been working on my airbox, fitted up yesterday. 1/2-inch plate steel just doesn't move very fast. Oh, right. Morning, Bobby. But yeah, I actually do have time to sit and chat today. I don't have to work this weekend. Well, what I got to do is clean my room because I've got to have the AC guys come and fix my mini split. As it gets warmer, it's going to be more uncomfortable, and I need to have them take a look at it, give it a once-over. And, my room is just atrocious because I've been so busy at work. Yeah, Elaine manages my time. Somebody has to. Gained an hour of daylight. That reminds me, another thing I have to do. Everybody check your timers. If y'all have automatic light setups, go check your timers. I've got to get out there and readjust my pole light.
Here they're running.
Yeah. Go catch
them.
But, greetings, Rob. Just got your browser open. All right. So in 2018, went to a hammer-in at the Route 66 Museum in Elk City, Oklahoma, with my favorite son. And there was a lady there taking pictures of the museum for a magazine article. Nice. I'm assuming that's going to end with "and we were in the magazine." Topic.
I think Yama should do a room tour.
A room? Nope, that's not going to happen. A room tour will not happen. This is my inner sanctum. You guys see this couch and wall, and that's it. Yeah. I was thinking about that the other day. You guys see a lot of my shop, but like just this of my room. And that's because I'm not going to run out to the shop to do my, take everything out in the morning and do setup out there.
Yeah, morning, Daniel.
Morning. So, topic. I mean, sitting around talking with everybody's fun, always fun. And it's Roy. Roy, how you doing, man?
I didn't summon him.
Nobody's using Flex here, Roy. Let's throw the Discord server thing up there again.
It is pinned at the top.
And it is pinned at the top. Well, I think that disappears for them.
Gotcha.
Unless they scroll up to the top.
Didn't for me last week.
No, on mine.
But yeah. So last week we chatted safety a bit. Actually a lot. And I'd personally like to chit chat about getting out to the shop no, you stay here, Roy. You're in it for the long run. As a matter of fact, there's the Discord. Click on it. This really more pertains to people who do this as a hobby, as opposed to people who do this as a living. And I kind of think this, Big Dog really affects or would have something to say about this, because I think he's in the same kind of position. So what do you do when you've got like almost no time to get out and like the forge and get into the shop? Like when you're working 6 days a week, 7 days a week, and you just don't have the energy or don't have the time, it almost personally feels like you're stalling and failing at what you're trying to do, and you're dropping self-promises left and right because priorities shift. So it's like, just what do you do? How do you manage that? It seems like so impossible, and I'd like to hear y'all's opinion in the chat and in the voice, on what you guys think of that. I mean, I know what I think of it, but
Well, maybe I can put a perspective on that a little bit. I work a lot. I mean, most of you guys know. 50 to 90 hours a week isn't uncommon. 50's light, but every now and then, every now and then things just get weird, and there's a week where I'll work 20, and those weeks, man, I got time to just build all kinds of crazy stuff. But man, when I'm busy, I just don't worry about it. It's like, well, sooner or later I'm gonna have 3 days off or 4 days off in a row, and I take advantage of those days and really try to pound out everything I can and do it that way. Right.
Bill
But
says,
as far as working a full day, and then because our days sometimes start at 3 a.m. So a full day, even if I get in at 6 in the summertime, I've still got like 7 hours of daylight. I've been at work for 16 hours. I'm not going to go out and build nothing.
Right. Yeah, Rob says sometimes you need to step away and take a break from anything. Absolutely. Make time for hobbies for the stress relief. Retire. I think Big Dog's trying that. But speaking of Big Dog, real quick, I don't know if you select your name, you can unmute yourself. If you right-click your name. So, yeah. Hey there, Donut. Morning. 7 to 4 at work, 7 to 12 in the forge. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. And Sully, I see what you're saying, but where I'm kind of at with it is, it's like I've been taking a break from forging to keep myself ready for work. Like Monday, I've got another trench job coming up, but I cannot not work on my fundamentals. So it's like, I've got to get out there, even if it is like it was said, like Amos said, even if it's just for an hour out there, get out there and do it. Because my goal is to change it from being a hobby to being a business. Excuse me. Trail Dust's 10-hour days as a steel fabricator, and he spends all that time thinking up new projects. Oh, I got some great ideas for projects. I just got to do it. Speaking of which, I want to get with Roy about possible plasma cutter ideas. Templates that he might be able to sell.
Sounds fun and dangerous. I like it.
Right? Secret to life, truly don't sweat the small stuff. Absolutely. But yeah, Sully, you kind of, for the majority, you kind of hit it right there on the head. Like, if you are way too busy to focus on something, and need to, don't worry about it,
Well, and honestly, and my reasoning behind that, it's not like, oh, I feel like I've got to get out there and do something. Is if I can't concentrate on what I'm, like if I'm tired, if I can't concentrate, I'm just wasting my time, because I have found that if I go out there, and I'm not 100%, if I'm not, completely focused on what I'm doing, all I'm going to do is screw it up. I'll get 45 minutes into, I'm just going to, okay. So let's say I say, all right, I'm going to just go out and I'm going to take 5 heats and then I'm going to call it a day. And on the 4th one, I'm going to do something stupid. And I'm going to be like, well, I'll throw that in the trash and start over again tomorrow. And I have to be all in and be committed for, like a full day to really feel like I'm doing it right. Because otherwise I feel like I'm doing myself a disservice by going in part way.
Right. Be, jump in, all in. Get to the. Yep, that's another point, Rob. That's something I definitely need to focus on, and these times where it's too tired to get out there and physically do something. You know what? Pull stuff off the shelves and start organizing. If I'm not actively making something, I'm may as well have the shop floor covered with stuff that needs to be sorted. Bring up a great point there. Yeah. Pick a project that covers a certain fundamental, sell it if it comes out well. Yeah, absolutely. Trail dust, if you're tired, that affects safety. Yeah, that's kind of good point with what Rob was, goes hand in hand. If you're too tired to work with fire safely, don't work with fire. Sketch stuff, plan ideas, organize your shop, prepare things for projects that you want to do. Yeah.
A good example is last night. I got my shop rearranged over about 2 days, and this was a major rearranging. And last night I got it all done, and I sat down and I watched an episode of something or other on my phone in the garage there. And I was like, you know what? Everything's set up. I think I'm going to make something. So I lit the forge, and right as I turned around from lighting the forge, I was using my oxyacetylene torch to light the forge, and right as I turned around, the end of the torch hit the fire brick, dropped the fire brick on my toes, and I was like, okay, never mind.
Right.
It's gone bad right now. I'm quitting while I'm ahead.
No, we've all had days like that, and that's kind of the topic is what to do when that happens. Do you, I'd like to hear the community's opinion. Like, would you power through it because damn it, you got to get something done, or call it a day? And I suppose, like we're talking, it really depends on whether this is a hobby for you, a growing business, or a full-fledged business. you know. Like, I can't imagine Roy, for example, who this is his lifeblood. Man, I'm just having a bad day. Shut everything down and go sit on the couch, you know. Adios, Randy. I like that, Dan. I changed jobs so I had more time to forge.
Brilliant.
You work on fundamentals without committing to a full project. Yeah, that's, you know, something that I want to do right there is like, you know, do fundamentals on bar stock and then set those aside and I can add them to projects later, you know. Excuse me. Yeah, you know, that's, I was bringing up a while back the Blacksmiths church idea, you know, I mean, Blacksmiths boot camp idea, and that is something that I will be doing. I haven't forgotten it, and, you know, that is forcing myself to work on fundamentals. Sorry, I just so hey Paul, how you doing, man? So Rob or Roy, when he gets into a rut, he just goes to the beach and throws himself onto an iceberg. I'm not your buddy, pal. Canadians. Yeah, right, Rob. You gotta give yourself a chance to breathe so you don't burn out. But yeah, it's you know, preventing burnout. I suppose that goes hand in hand with the safety, and you know, like if you are in a position where you have, you know, where you're exhausted and shop work being dangerous work, you have to be in the right. You have to have your mind focused, and if your mind isn't focused, be careful doing dangerous stuff. Good morning, Chris. Working on it. See, that's what I want to do, Paul, is the big, gigantic metal sculptures. Excuse me. This sinus side is just rough right now. I'll tell you guys.
Damn it.
Bill Corey. Got a text message from a friend the other day saying, either you are in Oklahoma or there's someone here just as ugly as you. Right?
Love it.
Balls.
Huh? Lols. Thought somebody was trolling. So, adios, Dana. Take another moment and switch over, and I'm kind of proud of this. This looks really cool. I got like multiple patterns on this. Zoom in. This is the offcut from last night. Got almost a feather pattern going there, or rather what would be, if it were higher layer count, a feather pattern sort of thing. And then you can really see the twist with that little eye in there, you know. Real cool. There's going to be a flip-flop pendant. I forgot to use the cucumber slices over my eyes. Yes, I did. I can't use cucumber slices over my eyes. I'll end up eating them. That's what I do, Rob. Is I'll look at inspirational ironwork and such. Good morning, Isaac. How you doing, man? Elaine needs to educate Yamez on skin hydration. I don't know about that. My freaking skin is soft as a baby's butt.
I am the last person you need at educating anybody on anything related to skincare. I put lotion on today for the first time in like a year, and I swear my skin went.
Excuse me. Being a hobby, I try hard to keep it that way. Some, like my neighbor who's a contractor, try to turn my shop into a production shop where you can make money on it. I refuse just to keep it fun. See, I'm one of those rare souls that I can, anything that I'm doing, no matter how mundane, I can make it fun for me. I can enjoy it, you know. Excuse me. Yeah, watch heretic video or heretic blacksmithing videos so you'll get tired. Man, Isaac, I saw you work on that dulling. You were dulling the teeth of a giant cogwheel, a gear, and you were like holding it up on your anvil and swinging up here. I'm like, get a stool, stand up so you can hit down. Excuse me. On the topic of not feeling like forging after a long day, analyze your day and look for those things that emotionally drain you. Most of the opposition you are likely having comes from there. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, if you have the ability to cut out things that, you know, emotionally drain or waste time, cut them out. You know, if you've got a certain focus in mind, keep that focus, you know. And Curtis, what's up, man? Other Curtis. Hey. and yeah, it's amazing what you can do when you put your focus at it. Ben. But yeah, like was brought up, I definitely need to take Rob's advice and them days where it's just I'm so exhausted that it would be a safety issue to light the forge, you know, get out there and work on the massive cleanup effort that I definitely need to do. Hooks were emotionally draining. Rob, I need to get you down here. You know. What's great with my area is it's a what's it called? A tourist area. So, you know, it's a tourist area, so it's like, any of you guys who take a vacation in my area, I'm here, hey, Outer Banks. Mentor the neighborhood kids, study or work on other mediums of trade to boost your skill sets. Good deal. So what's the
All right.
peanut gallery gots to say? Call this the choir.
I'm just glad the army's still sleeping.
Right? But
Didn't bother telling them to put the clocks back.
yeah. Forging skillets are emotionally draining for me. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be putting that swedge block to use.
We want to see the shop tour.
Yeah, waiting on the shop tour.
I'm waiting on video permissions.
Oh, right. I don't remember. Something had been changed. Roles, user.
Shop tour.
His room tour.
Not doing
Just
a
blame
room
Rob.
tour. Oh, I just heard Big Dog's voice. Edit channel. Permissions. Should, as far as I know, be able to.
Nope, it still says no video permission.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Tim.
How are you?
Doing good.
Excellent. Good to hear.
Yeah. Fantastic
Army's
over
still
here.
sleeping in though.
That's probably a good thing at this point. Get a little peace, huh?
I think that should do it. Maybe now, Sulbert?
Yeah, there we are.
Okay.
Let me see if I can.
Alright, so we've got... How do I make it bigger?
Oh, what?
Alright. Yeah. Sully's trying to do a shop tour for you guys. Alright. Morning, Ethan.
Yeah, let me know when you're let me know when you're ready, and I'll flip around and get at
Yeah,
it.
you should be totally good.
All right, because all I can see now is the video, whatever, because my laptop's inside. So.
Yeah, no, we see your face walking around. And I'd take a moment to say, hey, Tim, thank you for popping in. It's a huge shop. I'm jealous. Oh, right? Sully's got a big old shop. He's just got
Okay, so
Let's listen to Sully.
walking in the door, this is not, necessarily my stuff, but these are who I have to share the room with currently.
The pupper dogs?
We had a thunderstorm last night, so they're all inside.
Right.
And then just for now, this is the home of the grinders. Because I have one grinder with each wheel on it. That way I don't have to change wheels.
Right.
Yeah, but anyways, walking down this side here, start with the toolbox. And yesterday, you could not see the top of this. I mean, like, from here was just mounded up all the way up to the top of that.
Horizontal
and so
surfaces.
I did quite a bit of cleaning. And then I've got my little, this area here's got all the welders and stuff like that. I just got this set up here for stabilizing wood. I haven't used it yet. The dies came in the day after I went on days off, so they're sitting at work. So,
Right.
Then I got my torch all set up last night and found a leak in the hose. So not this hose. It had another 25-foot piece on it that was cracked. So had to take it out. And then air compressor. That's somebody else's welder that I want out of my shop, but they won't come get.
Well, I'll take it.
And then this is right. This is about where this coal forge is going to go. Eventually, I'm going to put it. I'm going to build a brick coal forge right here in this corner. That'll be about even with that wall. And I haven't got this one set up yet because, well, I mean, it involves cutting a hole in the roof, and I need to get a flashing and this, that, and the other. And then I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put the vise yet. I'm going to have to, that's going to be a little bit of an project, I think.
Right.
And
Hopefully upright.
Yeah, exactly. Upright's going to be a lot better. And then I built this just by chance. This piece of casing right here happened to be exactly the right height for my anvil because the wooden stump that it was on was buried about 9 inches in the ground, so now it would be too tall in here. And then, I've got like my little office area here, that where I can just sit and
I definitely need to build an
chill
office
out.
area.
So now what the rearranging was okay. If you've seen any of my videos shot from here, it was done in this breezeway here. This is where I was set up.
Right.
And the coal forge, the thing came out right there at the corner. Well, this pickup has been in my garage for a year. It came with my daughter's pickup as a parts truck. And I was like, I don't want it. And they're like, well, it comes with it. And I was like, I don't want it. You can keep it. And then like a month later, they just brought it and dropped it off in my yard. So.
Right.
And so what I did is push the truck out of the barn, put it in here, and then packed everything back in it. I've got my my coal back here, and all my steel is back there on the other side of the tiller and the mower, but I can get to that when I need to.
Right.
And let me see here.
This is cool. I love seeing the shops.
that's basically it. I mean, it's I spent yesterday. Everything was just piled in here, and I was like, man, it's too much to do, and I was like, you know what? I just need to start at one corner and then just work my way around, and that's what I did, and it worked out excellent. It actually went by pretty quick. It only took me about 3 hours, and finally I found a use for the coat rack.
Go show the coat rack for those who didn't see it. Show it in actual use. It almost looks like a crossbow. I love it. A welder helmet, Matt. A welder helmet.
Yeah. Oh no, the crossbow's over here.
Gotcha. Good morning, Green Bee. I will say, it started off as a joke, but all right. For those more experienced smiths than I, made the joke. You guys made the joke about. If you're done shop touring, let me slide this so I can get more comfortable. Made the joke of make sure to mount the post vertical. Okay, what if you were to put a post vise on some sort of a gimbal that you can like unlock it and hinge it down horizontal, down low, and then swing a sledgehammer like a golf club for upsetting and such? Possibly, maybe something useful?
You'd have to have a way, like a post for the edge of the jaw to sit on, I would think, so that you're not just swinging it around.
Or it'd be something fun to figure out, and a goofy technique that may or may not work. I think that'd be.
It's like the vise that I have on the back of my pickup is one of those. I used so that I have a vise at both places. I've got one of those Harbor Freight swivel vices mounted to the ball hitch on my pickup, and so when I'm at work, I just back my pickup into the carport there in the smithy, and I've got my little triangle there between the anvil and the forge and the vise, and then here same thing. I just back up to the open doors of the garage here, and I've got my vise there. But it'll go sideways this way, that way, but you don't really want to swing on that one with a sledgehammer or nothing. I've already broken one of the jaws off of that vise.
Oof.
And that I just had a piece of what do you call it? Real thin wall square tubing. I was trying to break off a tack weld, and I broke one of the jaws off on it. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
The tack weld was stronger than the vise?
Yes, and so just to see if I could do it, I brought it home and busted out the nickel 55 rods, and I welded that jaw back on, and it's been fine ever since. It hasn't broken back off.
I like this. If I may put an aside, I like this over here on the over here. I've got some guests in. I got James Jones. I've got Rob. I've got Sully on the main cam. Kind of like a round table discussion. But yeah, that I'm still stuck mentally on the make a swivel vise. I'm sure there'd be a way. Rob said, "No, don't look at me." I'm sure there'd be a way to, especially if you have your vise stand bolted, to have it swing down, and then the back leg would, after it swings, kick against, an upright, and give you that. It would be an interesting engineering project.
I can visually see that, and I can see it how it would work. But let me turn around again real quick.
I don't have a.
But okay, so the post vise, I would think literally you would have to have something for this part of the jaw to rest on when it's swiveled over. In addition to maybe something for the leg to catch on. If you're going to hit it with a hammer, you're going to need this to be pretty solid.
Yeah.
And I would, if you had just a short piece right there that the jaws rested on, I think you'd be golden. But and I can totally see how that would be a viable
technique.
Build. No, I mean that's a really neat idea for a build, and like what I'm doing in here, I'm not gonna cut holes in my concrete and sink posts down and all that. I'm gonna anchor everything with concrete anchors.
Right.
And I don't intend on doing anything heavy enough to crack the slab. until I get the tire hammer. When I get the tire hammer, then I'll cut out a hole in the floor and pour some new, do all that. But as far as my anvil mount and all that, and the post vise mount, I'm gonna bolt all that straight, or anchor it down. And that whole swivel idea, I just might have to run with that.
Right? I mean, I don't know how useful it would be, but sometimes maybe.
Because even like say the foot plate that I have for my post vise, it's a piece of 1 inch plate that's like, I don't know, about yay long and 14 inches wide, and 2.5 foot by 14 inches wide. And then it's got a large bolt that is welded to it that the post vise sits on, and it's just built like that because that was in order to get it the right height when it was mounted outside in the shop. And as far as the swivel mechanism goes, if you cut one side out of that bolt, it'll still sit on it on the little ring that's on the bottom of the leg will still sit on it, but it can still slide out to the side. So,
right.
I mean, there's all kinds of little tricks and things that you could do, and I mean that is just a fascinating concept. And
yeah, I'd like
You could
to
always just cut the leg down and make it a striking vise.
Right, I do want
Yeah,
a
that was my
striking
question.
vise. Yeah.
Is the purpose just to get it at striking level?
No, the purpose is to be goofy and take a golf swing with a sledgehammer. Honestly, that's where the idea came from.
Yeah, I mean,
the purpose.
oh, I didn't even think of that. I was thinking just bringing it down lower for like a striking swing type thing.
Yeah, I suppose making it so that even all right, so it comes down, so you have basically inset a little anvil into like a little metal striking plate or whatever into the concrete where it swings down and then grips the steel sideways, and you can like take the steel, put it in the vise sideways, drop it down against that anvil, and then it basically it holds it while you swing like that, or grip it in the vise sideways or long ways and then golf swing, bonk. There's other better ways to do it. It's just more the engineering being goofy. But if there's a use for it, it can be done.
Probably not very useful, but fun nonetheless.
I will say real quick. All right, I think I'm back. All right. Transition. Okay, yeah, I'm back.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
back.
yeah.
I'm back. Getting Discord back on. I lost all my viewers. Oh.
7 of us.
RG Homestead, good morning. Come back, everybody. Come back. Yamez is still here. Back, but no sound? I should have sound. It's all loading up. It's all loading up. I hate it when that happens. I hate it when that happens. Oh, that drives me nuts. All right. That's
I'm summoning Yomez.
yeah, I'm back. Oh, I hate it when that happens. All right.
Bullseye. That way.
All right.
Come on.
All
Go,
right.
go.
I'm back. We're all back. Everybody's back? Okay. Went from 40 people watching to 17, 19. They're coming back. I'm so popular. No. All right.
Can we talk about Sully's puppies, though?
So can we talk about Sully's puppies? Elaine wants to
They're
see
adorable.
the puppies. You think?
Oh, you missed it. I just took everybody out of their kennels and put them up.
Ah.
Well, not put them up, but they've all got their own yard. So
All right.
let me see. I've got them 2 over there.
Puppers.
Ooh. Hi.
But yeah, You want to see a cute pupper dog? Big Dog's got a cute pupper dog. Kaylee's a cutie pie.
When you first came back on, I was putting away this guy right here, and this guy is creative because he can clear the fence without even touching it.
Without trying.
But he
so,
mostly
like, what's the
he mostly
fence
stays
for?
in the yard.
We
We had what is it? Well, I don't know. Maybe about a month ago, somebody tried to break into the house, and my daughter came at him with a knife, and they ran and jumped over the carport gate. It broke my gate, but the dog jumped over the fence and chased him and went after him, and he came back about an hour later covered in blood.
Oof.
And it wasn't his blood.
Right.
But nobody called the cops or anything, so they must not have wanted to say, hey, I was breaking into their house and their dog attacked me.
Right. But yeah. Green Bees in the chat. All right, what up, everybody? We're like having a.
You can come back.
We were off topic. What was my topic? What were we chatting about?
Y'all were talking about making time to get out to the
Post
forge,
vices.
even if you
Post
don't have
fight.
time to
We
forge.
swapped to post vices.
Okay, sorry.
You were correct though too.
Yeah, all sorts of things. We were talking all sorts of things.
Don't come to me now. What?
But yeah, you can go over there. Make the dog crawling all over the place. Yeah, post vices. Metal Blueberry was asking about making a post vice. Yes, you can make a post vice. You can either weld one together using the appropriate things, or I believe WB Blacksmithing, William Barnard, he actually forged the parts and built a post vice in the traditional way. So, but a striking vice, a small post vice, can be done. If you're going to do it, I'd recommend getting an Acme screw and screw box, because that way you get that quick open, quick close, and it's tight and strong. Rah.
You know, somebody showed me the other day a link to, I don't remember where this was at. It had to have been in one of the, I think it was in it was either in the Voxer chat or one of the messenger chats, but a link to a company that sells brand new post vices. And God, I want to say it was like a 6-inch, a 5-inch, something like that. And it's like $500, and for a brand new one. And I was like, wow, that's seems to me pretty reasonable for something that's brand new. But
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know. I can't never seen one, so I don't know what the quality of them is. I mean, but
Hey, Sean. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you know, it's risky buying something new because you don't, you don't know the quality, so you got to find out like from other people who've gotten it. But you know a vice that's lasted 100 years will either A, last another 100, or B, break soon. You know.
Or wait a year and it'll be year of the post vice.
Wait a year and it'll be year of the post vice over at Roy's place.
Yeah.
Yeah, Centaur Forge. Their Centaur.com or whatever it is. They sell brand new post vices.
Yeah, I think Kanka makes them. I don't remember though.
I believe they are a
That's
Kanka
it.
vice.
that's it, Kanka. Yep, that's the
Yeah.
one.
Final project for the industrial blacksmith apprenticeship back in the day was to forge your own post vice. Now that's cool.
What I heard too.
Larry Zoller bought 2 of those Kanka vices and said they are fine. There you go. I mean, if you can't find a vice and you've got the income to throw down for it, you'd be buying a tool that'll last you the rest of your life. Right there. If it's done right, yeah, that's the thing. You'd be basically think back in the old days. Some of you guys 100 years ago, they're like, man, that was yesterday. No, I'm just kidding. Think back of that, like 100 years ago, people buying brand new anvils, brand new post vices, It's like they were taking that brand new tool and giving it a new life. So it's like, think of it like that. If you're buying a brand new post vice or a brand new anvil from like Holland Anvils, # not a sponsor, You know, they, you know, you're bringing a new tool into use. You know, giving it a purpose. Sentimentality. I'm disabled and can't work. Still working to get my SSI. I have to build all my stuff for scrap metal for now. Yeah, some people, that's how they have to start. I'm not talking to anybody in specific, Bill. Shut up, Ben. You're going to get me in trouble. But yeah. I ain't bringing up dinosaurs and stuff. Last night somebody brought up dinosaurs. But yeah, you know, it's like
Yes, can I help you? You said dinosaur, right?
yeah. I know last night for some reason age came into it, and we were bringing up how old they were, and I'm like, man, you know, I feel like a baby. I'm only 187 years old. But trail dust. I inherited my grandpa's post vice 17 years after he died. It's nice. But yeah, you know, that's the thing about, that's the one thing that I love about this stuff. My anvil is, you know, over 100 years old, both of them, and my post vices are also in that age range, and it's like, you don't own these tools. You're just a caretaker until the next person receives them. You know,
The steward.
a steward. Sinuses. But yeah, I mean, you know, and that's another point too for those of you talking about building your own vices, building tools. It's like if you build them properly, they're things that, you know, after you're, you know, dust and gone, that somebody will either find them, you know, in your shop or get passed on to your kids, and they'll put it in a garage, and if they don't use it, and then they'll pass on. And think about it, you know, 100 years from now, somebody will be like, oh yeah, my great-grandfather had this, and I'm going to start this up again, and it was a tool that you made getting passed on, you know. So even making your own is honorable in that sense, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Use olive leaf extract to cure my sinus infection. See, it's not a sinus infection. I've got a Jeremiah Champ actually told me what it was because he knows, but I've got that little snorting you always hear me do. I've done that for decades. It's an issue that I have with my sinuses that's ongoing. So
Structural issues.
apologize in advance, you know, for those.
My cousin does that. He sniffs about every 30 seconds, every waking minute of his life. I'm sitting in the truck. He's like,
it's like
and he doesn't even know he does it.
Yeah, it's a pressure correction, I guess is the best way to put it. Because if I don't do it, I feel like pressure. Huh?
Deviated septum.
Deviated septum. That might be it. That sounds right. No,
As long as it's not a deviated rectum.
Ben Toombs, it's not a smoking problem. I've had it since before I started smoking. I still do vape it. My vape is sitting right over there. The vape that I got from Tim, actually from Tim's sister. Let me grab it. Still sitting here, charged batteries and fluid in it. Cannolis, delicious. This is the one that I got from you, Tim. Recognize.
Very cool.
Yeah, I still use it. I still use it.
Did you win that thing somewhere?
I
Like
did.
a drawing or something?
I forged a troll hammer that some guy named Tim at Big Dog Forge challenged everybody to make a hammer, and I made a troll hammer. Basically, I put a hole in a piece of metal and then beat it to make it look like it was battle scarred, and you know. Morning, James Jones. Isn't that you up there in the in up here? Right here? Yeah, that's you. So let's see. Adam's back. You know what, guys? I really, really do want to slow back down on smoking and pick up more, vaping. If I can go another week without smoking, as opposed to just, vaping every now and then, and go back to full-on vaping, I feel much, much better. I'd probably save a ton of money. I'm leaking. I've got vape juice all over the place.
Oh, I thought you meant you were physically leaking. I was like,
Yeah. But I do appreciate that you guys aren't constantly, down my throat about my smoking, because I do smoke a lot.
Smoking is bad. You shouldn't do it.
I know. I'm aware.
Rob, that cigar looks awesome. So,
I tell you guys, if you haven't hung out with Rob, you're missing out. Rob is awesome to hang out with.
That is one thing I miss about smoking is a good cigar. But other than that, I'm glad to be done with it.
Thank you for the $5 super chat, James Jones. I muchly appreciate it. Muchly appreciate it.
Yeah, y'all miss. My niece still thinks you're the friendly dragon.
Still thinks I'm the friendly dragon. Yep.
Like, why does he have smoke coming out of his mouth? Oh, he's a friendly dragon.
Yeah, I'm a friendly dragon. Yeah, Rob. I know I saw the advertisement for his Swedge. Yeah, hopefully you get it. You could use one.
I've got two already. I don't really need it, but at the same time, you don't see a switch block that big very often.
Alan Schooner raffled off last year, or year before last, over at Quad State, a gigantic, like, how is it? Solbert, do you remember the size of that thing? It was
it was like, I want to say it was like 18 inches square, something like that. Maybe it was. It had been bigger than. It was huge.
Yeah, we were all amazed that that Eduardo Sol got it into the back of his hatchback. Like, it was like, wow, you actually fit that thing? It was huge. It was over 100 pounds, definitely, easily. Burnt pot pies. How dare you not wake us up, Black Collar?
Oh, quap. They're awake.
They found your card.
Oh, man.
No one can hear you. James Jones, if you right-click your name in the list, it will bring up, let me do it on mine so you can see. Oh, shifting the wrong thing over. All right. If you right-click your name, it brings up this little thing that you can mute and deafen, and we can see that you have us. You have it set so that you can't hear us. But you can set that, and if you don't have a mic, we can't hear you. But yeah, that's how you manage that. Just so you know. And I did all of that without... Let me transition and show that again. My bad. Right-click the name, and you got this. You got some mentions or options. Yeah, just so you know. All right.
a question for Rob. Are you there, Rob?
All right.
Sir.
So at Quad State, what was it? Almost 2 years ago now, right? You handed me a round of steel, still sitting on my shelf. I do not remember what that was, what type of steel that was. Can you remind me?
I do. I know what it is.
4150.
Yes, I still have mine.
I've got half of mine.
Right on. Excellent.
Yeah, it's
I've still got the whole thing, and I'm planning a project with it. I just needed to verify the steel. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate it, man.
I want to heat it up and take it over to, well, take it over. I'm not going to heat it up and carry it in my truck. I want to take it over to Scott's shop, heat it up and smush it down some, and make a big sledgehammer with it. He's got
I took half of mine and I made that's what I made my company tool out of.
right. But Chris Schaefer, I might have to call Ed after this. Yeah, Mez, I think your computer is struggling with the video chats, including your stream. It might be overloading your processor. Isn't Discord video chat done on their servers, not mine?
Yes.
Yeah, so, Bloobs, I really don't think that the Discord, if I was running Skype, that would be a thing. But Discord, I'm basically linked to their servers. Man. But yeah, I got that, I got lots of cool stuff to play with, and I just gotta have the time for it. But, yeah, and the neighbor is mowing the lawn, so I had to open the windows because it was getting warm in here from the PC. That's probably what froze my computer up. You know. I just realized I need to transition so you guys can see my pretty face.
Move it back! Move it back!
Yeah, I can pull up my computer processes right now. Task Manager. Every other word the video buffers here. That honestly could be my internet. That honestly could be my internet. Or my computer. My computer has problems. Okay. I am running 99% CPU.
Mine, I mean, I don't have the volume on, but the video is good on my end. I mean, there's no buffering.
Yeah.
I don't have the audio on though, because then we get this weird crosstalk. So
I will say this: I do know. Speaking of my internet issues, my PC runs on a Wi-Fi card. It does not have an active Ethernet port. I need to look into getting another Wi-Fi card with an Ethernet port so that I can plug directly into my routers, and then I will have even stronger internet. Let me see. Yeah, Discord takes about 30%, a little over 30% of my CPU processing. OBS takes 22. Google Chrome, being the YouTube thing, takes 16. So yeah, I'm maxed out right now on my processor. But it is what it is. But donuts gotta go. Hearts and health, brother.
Stay safe.
But yes. Yummy. I love that taste. Hanneman, good morning. Oh. I watched a video of yours recently, and I can't remember. Oh, man. Good job on your videos. I can't remember. I feel like I brought it up, but I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, so chat, people in the chat, hello. Lost.
Train of thought?
My train of thought just derailed.
chug it.
Without going into super tech, yes.
I have to ask you a favor. You know, I've been detached from just about everybody for quite a few months now.
You've been busy.
And I'm trying to get back into it. But somehow missed the introduction between the female voice that seems to be in your background and the community. Who is this person that I keep hearing?
My friend
Did you
Elaine.
kidnap another girl?
Yeah, I keep her chained up in in the room here.
Just
Don't
curious,
threaten
you
me
know,
with a good
because
time.
imagine anybody willingly, walking through your door. I'm not sure.
She actually can't. She actually can't hear right now, because in order to keep everything on headphones, or to keep everything from echoing, I have it on headphones. But yeah, Elaine is a friend of mine. She lives down in the islands, in Rodanthe area, Hatteras area, Rodanthe area, the islands, and
Out on the sandbar.
yeah, out on the sandbar, and she tosses on her flip flops and comes up and hangs out every weekend, and she does photography, and she's basically just kind of hanging out, being chill, helping out. I already gave her the speech that when I'm live and she's around, she's a representative of Island Metal Forge, so all everything's got to be appropriate. Cameras go off and it's
Appropriate isn't my strong suit.
yeah.
Different story. I get it. Well,
Yeah.
nice to meet you.
Why,
Tell her
thank you,
that.
Johnny.
Can't hear me.
Tim says, "Nice to meet you."
Nice to meet you too, Tim.
Yeah.
Sort of,
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I should get a headphone splitter and toss her on headphones so she could hear what everybody's saying.
From my end, it really just sounds like Yamez is sitting here talking to himself. That's my head
He does that a lot anyway.
Which I do anyway. I so want to see a help sign coming from. Shut up, Ben.
Yeah, you just,
Chris, we talked about this last night. I am actually not new Jess. I am knockoff Jess.
Yeah, knockoff Jess, Dollar General Jess.
Yes.
We don't want to. Like, new Jess implies that Roy's Jess is old Jess, and that's not nice.
I don't like that implication.
Yeah.
Oh, James Jones, toodaloo.
Adios, James.
You'll have to refer to her as HF Jess.
HF Jess.
Harbor
Freight
Ooh,
Jess.
I can get on board with that.
If she were Chinese, that'd be perfect.
well, if she's gonna be Harbor Freight Jess, she's got to be wearing blue.
Got to be wearing blue.
I almost typed Chinese Jess in the chat, but then I was trying to be PC and not get you sanctioned.
Yeah, I
There you
suppose
go.
if I... Yeah, well, I mean, not to go into it, but yeah, like, unfortunately can't crack those jokes anymore, but I will. But, because we understand it's not a bad thing, it's because, Harbor Freight sells China stuff. So, whatever. I shop for Harbor Freight. I'm cheap. But Dollar General, Jess, I think that, especially for this area, because there's a Dollar General quarter mile up the road, or a mile up the road, and then you go a couple miles that way, there's another one, and then you keep going a couple miles, there's another one. I hear that Dollar General is trying to figure out a way to build a Dollar General on top of slow-moving hurricanes.
Which, incidentally,
don't
is
exist
usually what
here.
it looks like inside a Dollar General.
Yeah, it's the top of a hurricane is what it looks like in a Dollar General. They don't exist up there by you?
Oh, actually, driving across the country from Quad State back and forth, we saw them in every state. We went the southerly route on the way back, all the way down through Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, California. They were everywhere. I mean, they're like on every corner. But you cross the border into Washington State, at least on the west side of the state, they don't exist here.
Maybe.
No one's ever heard of them here.
Yeah, maybe there's some sort of sanction against them in your state or something, because they spread
no
like
idea.
wildfire, And I've heard. Hey, Keith, how you doing? I've heard that if you go into the back room of a Dollar General, you'll find a smaller Dollar General being built, and then they take that and then put it on a plot of land, and it starts to grow.
Yeah.
Just gotta water
Seeding.
it, give it a little bit of pollution.
Yeah.
Yeah, Idaho doesn't have a Dollar General either, as far as I know.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like Dollar Generals are everywhere, and they're great. I mean, I run up to the store and grab myself a pint of flavored ice product, is what they call their ice cream. It's not actual ice cream. It's called flavored ice product. Self-replicating nanobots. That's what they do.
That's exactly what it is.
But Clover Valley brand. Love it.
I'm Clover Valley Jess.
Yep. But yeah, hey Tim, I got a question for you. I don't want to put you on the spot. I know you're slam busy in the shop, and I know you have a queue that you do your projects with. But just for tracking and tracing, have you received in the post office the Forge Around the World book from John?
I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, so it is in your possession. Okay.
It got here a week ago.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure it didn't get lost in the mail.
Honestly, I'm really trying to figure out what I'm going to do, whether I'm just going to stamp it or if there's some improvement I may make to it.
Sure.
Not sure.
No rush on it. Everybody.
Don't tell me that. It'll go to the back of the pile and be 5 years down the road.
Yeah, no, let me put it this way. No crazy rush on it. It's not like a, hey, after the stream, get out there and do it. It's just one of those, it's like I've got that Facebook page. People were asking, "Oh, who's got it? Who's got it? Who's got it?" And it's like, it's in transit.
So, I'm gonna say this tentatively, but it'll be out of here within the next 3 weeks.
Okay, yeah, so just so that I have an update to tell people when they ask, yeah. Like I said, I'm not trying to put you on the spot.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right.
Believe me, I know being busy. I've got
Oh,
something.
Go ahead.
I said I've got something that I'm supposed to have mailed out a month ago that I haven't mailed out.
So this goes hand in hand with what you were speaking about earlier in the chat here, is that how do you make time to get out to your shop when you're busy, when you're tired? So honestly, the way it has to work, and you really don't have a choice in a lot of things. You can push life. You can't push time. Time is the one thing that's most precious. And the problem with it is that time is a conveyor belt we all walk on. And some of us run on it. And what we do is we tend to put obstacles on our conveyor belt that we have to deal with. So we get married, we deal with family, we jobs, deal with cars, vehicles, we deal with bills, we deal with a lot. So to break the monotony, you throw more things in our own way. The things that we want, not the things that we have to do.
Right.
Eventually the conveyor belt is so loaded, and the older you get, the harder it is to step over the obstacles. Occasionally, you just need to step off of the conveyor belt.
Yeah.
You need to clean it off a little bit, make it a little slower, and accept the fact that things that you want aren't necessarily going to happen immediately. And that patience is really what will be able to get you back to where you need to be. If you're pushing for something hard, you're young enough, you have enough energy, we'll figure out how to work those 20-hour days.
Right.
Make it happen. I did this in the past. I owned a metal fabrication company years ago. I was doing books at 3 a.m. and I was still, out in the shop at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night fabricating.
Right.
But I was back when I was a much younger man.
Yeah.
And I had that drive. So it really depends on who you are, where you're coming from, and what your goals are, what your body can endure. But take a look at it really closely. If you're pushing yourself too hard to do something that you really want, you may fail at it simply because you're pushing it too hard.
Right.
It'll start to break apart. So I've stepped off my treadmill. That's why you haven't seen me around much. I needed to slow down parts of my life so I could get through other parts to get back to where I needed to get to. And now that's coming back around. So my patience has kind of paid off a little bit. So
right.
It's, take your time.
I suppose that's
too
kind
excited
of.
about it.
I suppose it's kind of what I've been doing because one of the reasons I've been avoiding the shop, not avoiding it, but is so busy at work and just I got in the shop last week and peeled my fingernail back and injured my finger and then had to dig trenches. It was a pain, but so it's like if I'm really busy at work, I try to, as you say, step off the conveyor belt and let things clear up a bit so that I don't burn myself out or injure myself in one so that I can't do the other. And yeah, but I honestly, I do feel that take advantage of my youth comparatively, relatively, while I still have it and get something started so that when I do that ultimate switch of no more electrical, blacksmithing instead, I can have it set and be good enough to do it. And hey, Boar, how you doing? But you're absolutely right there, Tim. You're absolutely right there. An analogy of the treadmill is beautiful for time, and yeah, I'm glad to see that it worked for you. It's taking a step off, and that now you're able to step back on and do what you want to do, which will allow you to be happy.
No, the one thing that really got me to the point where I said, enough is enough, is when I got up one morning, was getting ready for work. It was 3:30 in the morning. My first thought was, I need to get to my YouTube channel and check my stats. And I realized that I was the conveyor belt that had an algorithm controlling the speed
Right.
at which I was moving, and everything I was doing was all about this algorithm on YouTube trying to chase that dream. It really didn't matter. I needed to step away from that for a while and just let it be whatever it's going to be. Out a video when I can. I'll enjoy my life, get ready for my retirement. And I have to tell you, life has calmed down quite a bit since then, and I'm able to come around and get back into things and not feel like I'm pressuring myself, because we are truly the only ones that pressure us. We can make promises and not fulfill them, or we can fulfill them. And it really depends on how many promises you're making. So it was a long-term step back. That started with you. Decided when I turned over the Blacksmiths church to Yama's, it was going to be a beginning of a slowdown. And so far, it's been successful for me.
Well, I'm glad I could help with it.
I really appreciate you, man.
And I think like we talked about, especially with the moving forward with doing it the way we're doing it today and the way we've been doing it, having guests on and opening it up to not just a talking head, but a group of people chit-chatting and open to say, hey, Wayne, and if Wayne wanted to pop in and say hi and do his thing, he can. Now, I will say, on the technical side of things, I was speaking or chatting briefly with Rob about the security of that. Having it open to everybody and anybody also opens the potential to everybody and anybody, and trollers and somebody just jumping in and being like, blank word, blank word, blank word, blank word, and it's like, so we probably will be moving forward with the permissions and going over that, where if you want to be on the show, you'll get added to the queue, but kind of, how
it's actually a wise move. There's a reason that public television runs on a 7 to 21 second delay. I mean, they can't let things out into the public, and you run a pretty decent channel, so I would say that it's probably a wise decision on your part.
Yeah. So, yeah, pretty much like almost everybody that's regularly in the show is, you know, with the you knew what I was gonna say. Everybody on the show, with the exception of Ben, is probably be fine on camera, or fine on voice. No, Ben, you are more than welcome to. I know that you would be, you know, towing the line, but still being appropriate. John's got to go. Adios, John. But yeah, it's like going back to that. You know, I'm glad I could be of assistance of getting, you know, helping you get back to you. You know, so you know, it's proud to do it. Proud to do it. While I know that I don't have your numbers, I feel that we have a very tight-knit group, and it'll grow as it needs to.
I'll let the community who's listening at the moment know this. When I had made the decision to pass this along, there were a half a dozen blacksmiths that had gotten the idea, but they weren't really informed that I was doing this. I was going to move on, and I had people breathing down my neck and want to take over the show. And I talked to a few of them. There was only one individual who I knew would carry it on the way it needed to be carried on, and that was you. So I appreciate the fact that you were able to pick it up. Numbers will go up. These jokers that are listening in and on the chat right now, it'll only get better as you keep a nice, even-keeled show. You're reliable. You're there every Sunday. I don't get to watch always, but I'm really glad I was able to join in today. It's a relaxing day for me.
Yeah.
To take the dog for a walk here in a couple minutes, but you know.
Yeah, I gotta.
Anyway, I appreciate all you guys. So.
End the show here in a bit too, but yeah, if I may take that, you know, like you said, the consistency. If y'all notice, I haven't put out an edited video in months and months and months. I will. The only way I'll stop my live streams is if, like, they, you know, consecutively, I continuously, you know, pop in and do my shows, and I get 0 people participating. You know, 0 people. You know, which I don't see that happening. You know. So it's like the consistency. My shows I treat it as my shows. I treat as a job, not in the bad way. Like oh I gotta go do this. But you know, I don't do it for me. I'm here for everybody. So yeah, huge thank you to Tim for starting the concept of Blacksmiths Church and making it a Sunday thing, and huge thank you from me to you to, you know, choosing me. So I'm glad we could do it the way we're doing it, and technology is allowing us to do it. If I could just get my computer keyed in so I don't randomly blue screen. But yeah, unless I go off the deep end. Oh yeah, one of these days I'll snap. But yeah, with that, I appreciate it, Tim. I appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys popping in and chit-chatting. Solbert, awesome shop tour. Chat. Love reading all you guys are saying. I try and keep up with it. You know, I try to keep up with the chat as I go. But yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. I was wondering if I was ever going to get a chance to be at home on a Sunday. It's just so happens that I didn't get a dispatch yesterday, so hey, now's a good time. Thanks for accommodating me.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Rob, always good to have you in here. Green Bee, welcome. I think this is the first time you've been in the video chat. You're just kind of chilling on the couch watching, hanging out. But yeah, seems like everybody's got to get going, whether it be to church or out to the shop or other things. I will let you guys know average show on Sundays will be an hour, but I don't have that time constraint right now where if I can go a little bit longer, if the topic allows, we will. You know, so yeah, I'll definitely try to keep it under 2 hours, guys. But hey, we're gonna get going. Thank you again, everybody. You guys all are awesome, and
I'm playing on a blanket. You're not gonna be able.
huh? What's that, Sully? Something about playing
What?
on a blanket. Anyway,
Grandson.
yeah. Next PayPal pushes for a new computer. I priced some of those. Yeah. Anyway, guys, hearts and health. You guys get back to your Sundays. Be safe, and I will see you guys. I am working on a video to edit, just a simple video, and hopefully, I get time to get that out this week, if not next week. But I will see you guys all next Saturday. Thank you. I need a
Goodbye, Yamez.
goodbye. I need a Sunday outro, like Good Night Fire, but Sunday.
Get the heck to work.
Get the heck to work. All right. All right. Ending the stream, guys. Thank you. Rock on. And if it'll end, there it goes. Yeah.
Have a good one.
See ya.